Alrighty, hello. So it's a video for VSR. They've asked me, or I've asked somebody to look and give them some tips. Yeah, first they posted a recording against the AI, which I says I wasn't interested in looking at. So that kind of gives me a hint that this player doesn't quite know how to play against humans. But it seems to have done okay in this one. It's 36 minutes long. They're playing Maverick versus Balanced, so they have the income advantage to start. So in this matchup you want to be playing super aggressive. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, in terms of division choices here, we've got Ponky on the left playing 17th SS, which I was mentioning before. I think it's a very strong division and I'm quite fearful of these. And Blindata, Romanian division. Again, these are also very strong, I'd say. Got lots, especially on this map. So if I was to look at this in terms of the divisions and the incomes, the advantage I would put probably towards Blindata, because they have great infantry for in the forests and also a decent amount of tanks to get around and shoot things up. I'd say the P4 is better because it's got a turret, whereas 17th SS has just got the Stugs really. But they also have their Legionnaires, which are extremely good, which I was talking about before. They got some Marders in here. And yeah, I actually played this player, Ponky. I checked and looked, and they did beat me on this very map. They were playing DFL and I was playing 20th Panzergren. And I was trying to get lots of elephants out, which is not the best map for it, but yeah, I did okay with it. Alright, so let's just look at the deployment. So here, this is okay. I would, generally speaking on this map, a lot of this is going to be down to just map knowledge. I would come in, put things in this forest and move through here to get vision, and in here. This is a mistake here. You want to be going for, get some kind of presence on this flag, put units in here, maybe drop them off earlier here in case you get shot from an early AT gun drop or a fast recon vehicle coming through here. So drop them off in here and here, move through. If you've got something with smoke as well, it's always a good idea to have some smoke. If you've not got this road covered up here and you've not got this covered and you don't know what's going on, yeah, smoke your way across, get into this forest. But yeah, that's more for during the game. At this point in the game you should be able to get across there no problem. Just walk through. So that's a mistake with deployment here. This is wide open. You want to advance much further. Also, what is actually going over here? Oh yeah, so it is that. Yeah, remember that recon does not push the line. Recon into here, yeah, good. Yeah, you want to be careful, sometimes these can get shot. If someone, I think someone can rush out a gun here quickly. Or maybe not, doesn't look like it. Or maybe here and shoot, but probably not, to be honest. Alright, here, in the center, again, mistakes here. Deploying here, yes, I would probably put a machine gun here, recon in here maybe. Or machine gun in the tower, sorry, and an AT gun to cover a road. Maybe if I wanted to rush, try and get up to here and here if I could. But the problem here is there's nothing on the hill. This hill is deadly important in this game. Or on this map, sorry. This minimal importance, and then you got here as well. You can rush some units in. You can usually get them in here before they get unloaded by any fire from this side. If you're feeling confident, you can try and push up to here directly and get straight into the building directly at the back here with a flamer. Or if you want to be more cautious and advance down here, then if you've got a fast kind of mortar, you could run it across, unload it round about here, and then instantly start firing smoke into this area. Then you can rush troops into this forest and this forest. Yeah, but this, you definitely want to put something in here, because as soon as they see that, they can just march across here, take this forest, and they're in a really strong position on the hill. If they can bring up things onto this hill for free, you're going to be in trouble. from this side, I would say, if you can try and dominate this area, if you can take over this forest, get some AA up on here, you can really control the skies. And the AA will often pick off infantry that come out, but you need to keep them backed up, supported with AT guns, machine guns, if you in fear of losing this flag again. And this part, yeah, again, I would pretty much never deploy anything here. Maybe I would put a recon unit here, because often people try and sneak in. It's exactly what he did in the game against me, actually. He sneaked in a Shrek team here with DFL. But you want this? No. You want to look at the flags. At the start of the map, these are your flags. You want to get to them quickly and hold them. And if you're on his side of the map, it's easy for him to defend these flags. This one, not so much. So you can rush up to it and contest this flag if you get them there very, very quickly. Depends on the units, but because if you're playing a division, you're playing 17th SS, when they've got the traction vehicles, they're super fast, so you're gonna want to be careful with your deployment. But still, here, maybe put an infantry gun here. Support weapon would be good to cover the road. A recon in here. Everything else, you want to be rushing straight into this town here. But keep your eye out, because if he rushes in fast and gets to drop a machine gun here, it could destroy your units. But yeah, deploy in this forest here, these buildings, this building here, if maybe a bit of a risk. And sometimes you can come all the way around here and then deploy in here, because often people will deploy their gun, AT weapons in here, and push up units into here and here. So this area will be contended over. I'm saying here and here. Yeah, they put an AT gun in here usually. But yeah, you want to defend. This area wants to be focused. This area needs to be focused. This area as well. This area is important. And here, this can get a bit messy. Anyway, let's quickly see what he's doing. You see the difference here? He's got a flag here. He's covering it. His are easier to cover, to be fair. He's putting some units into the forest, probably move them through. He's going to put something here for vision, cover the road. Again, if he's moving up here and he sees nothing is coming, he might just go, actually, I'll go and unload here instead. So you need to be very wary, because your opponent will be watching the front line in deployment. Yeah, this is very, I'd say that's quite ambitious, going all the way to there. Yeah, often people put recon vehicles in here, light tanks, AT guns here, because this can become a bit of a tank battleground with people popping in and out of cover, shooting each other. But yeah, deploy, he's probably going to change that later, because you want to deploy at the back, maybe not from the front, or maybe he might decide to deploy into here machine gun. Yeah, in this forest here, here will be an AT gun, I imagine. So this is what I was talking about. You're coming down here, trying to get into here. Anything that's here will shoot you. So I would generally unload right around here, or smoke and unload further up. Alright, sick. This is a nasty gun. Alright, so this, he's putting this here in case you break through on the hill. He's already preparing for that, because I imagine maybe he's not got much on the hill. Oh, he has. He's got stuff in here, stuff in here. He's not pushing up very far here though, so he's just going to defend. I guess because you're on V for Victory, you should be the one attacking more. Alright, choice of units. Let's have a look. We've got attack arm. Yeah, okay. That's decent enough, I guess. Flamer is just where they're going is the issue. You want something in these forests. All right, so you got your tank on move order. No, I guess you might have spotted that yourself already, and you got on move order here as well. All right, I should have spotted this before. Move orders, they're not going to follow the roads. You want fast move, so it should be a dark blue line, and it will follow the roads. And with tanks as well, you generally, unless for some other strange reason you might not want to do this, you want to use them on attack, fast attack move. So it'll be an orange line going down the roads. This will take forever going that way. I hope you spot that. Same thing here with this. Well, in the units you're bringing in, okay, I guess, but you want, there's lots of forests, so you want flamers out. Flamers and pioneers with HE grenades. So flamers, HE grenades in here, machine gun probably to cover the open ground as well. Here, stir, good. Oh, good, so that's the support weapon I was talking about having. So popping that out here will be nice, yeah. If you just put it here, it can cover the road. Any AT comes here can continue, you can simply reverse a bit if you need to. But yeah, about here would be perfect area, I'd say. Cover these buildings. And again, you want them on fast move. And you don't want to unload infantry in here at all, other than a recon maybe. It's sometimes useful to sneak a recon out around this way. And like people like to sneak in AT weapons around here to snipe, and you can do the same thing this way. Sometimes you meet each other halfway and have a little battle in the river. Alright, anyway, let's play. Let's see how things go. Have some of my brew. Yeah, so this is big problem. Big problem. You don't seem to have Alright, so you spotted the problem. Well done. Not here though. Not yet, anyway. Oh yeah, this is a big issue. Same issues going on here. This guy's not moving. Yeah, most people, if you say, can you please wait, they will actually wait. Some people won't, they're just assholes, but generally speaking, people are fairly pleasant on this game, they will wait for you. Or some people, like in my part of the world, I think some people don't understand what I'm saying, so fair enough. There are a lot of new players in the game right now due to the sale, so people should be much more patient, I would say. You can see here, he's got his flag for nothing. He's got this flag for nothing. Once he unloads these and starts moving them, he's going to realise he can get this one probably for free as well. This, if he advances these forward, which he is doing now, he's starting to notice you've got nothing here, so he's going to keep going. So you should be the one ticking him down in A and in B. Well, in A as much as you can, in B you want to be double ticking him through most of it, at least. Yeah, a tip I give to lots of new players is try something crazy. Like don't be scared. Like you move this all the way up here, that's good. That's probe, see what you can get away with. This would be better served in the forest, so to be honest, because this, if you can get units flooding through here, you can see there's nothing there. Maybe that's where they're going now. Yeah, he's going to drop something off here. He's going to take this. Maybe he's going to reinforce it more once he realizes. By this time, they realize you're an inexperienced player in terms of 1v1. Yeah, these are doing nothing here. I guess you've noticed what the problem was. There's your tank still on its way. Oh, it's up down here, wasn't it? Yep, you still not noticed this. Oh, you have now. Right, okay. Yeah, so if that was there before, and if you put it, maybe hidden it in amongst the buildings here, you could have popped out, maybe picked off some units. Here, this guy's still going slow. Nothing going on here. Again, in his situation, Legionaries, I would start moving these forward here into this forest and bringing things up into here as well. But more than likely he's focusing, because I say this hill is very important. You finally got onto the hill, so you made a nice recovery there. But he's got an overwhelming force. The machine guns in this area will be good. And SPWs, if you're aware that the division has these kind of units in a reasonable number, light AT guns on here will come in very handy, or your own light tanks. Recon is extremely important on this map. Due to all the forests, it's just better to see into them. You've double vetted your recon here, or does it come like that? But that's very good, it gives you much more vision. Let's see. So you can see a bit more. That's due to this. You won't be able to see this tank otherwise. He's not seeing a hell lot. I guess you're just checking in the forest down here, but it's very close to the forest. You don't want to be doing this, because if he comes here with an AT weapon, bazooka or such, this is gone. So be careful. That's why I'm saying infantry in here. You're still slow to react in this area, so you're ticking here. Like I said here, he's got this. You can see this. I'd imagine he'd be moving more units up to here. Or maybe he's deciding to be very kind. Not that he actually needs to move anything, because he's double ticking you. And due to the income, that's not going to help. So let me just pause a second, take this in. So you can see the biggest problem is you've not deployed anything in this area at all. So you're losing this flag for nothing. You lost this for nothing at the start. Here, you've been lucky there that he's not advanced, but he's no need to. So you want to unload further up. A lot of this is due to map knowledge, but if you look at the start of the game, where there's a line down the center, you can see the flags that should be yours, and you want to make sure you grab them. So you want to be using motorbikes, fast motorbikes, to go and grab the flags. He's not done that. Oh yeah, he has. Yeah, here the Fleming were circling motorbikes. You do get them in Bunte, I'm sure. Not Bunte, in Blidata. If not, apologies. But yeah, you want to get in there very, very quickly and get the flags. That's the main thing I'm taking away from this, and plus using the correct orders to move your units, which you did spot the mistake. But I would say fast attack. Yeah, the fast move order is what you'd use that when you're going through to surrender units after some kind of off map. Now, in terms of planes and airplay, if you're playing Blindata, they have some good planes. Other things they have in their deck, they have you get lots of these mortars, which you are bringing out here. But mortars generally fairly ineffective when there's just one of them, a 60mm especially. So a couple of them would be better. Bring them out in pairs, 2s or 3s. That's generally my rule for most mortars, unless you're using it just as a small piece of backup. Or like I was saying, in this area where I drop one here early just to smoke off, then I'll probably move it up to here and help support on the hill, maybe bring a second out to help out later on. Let's just advance a bit, see what's going on here. Yeah, you're double ticking, you're not making any advance here. So you need to be thinking about what flags you want to take. So if you're taking a fight to him in the open area here, you're going to need more than one tank. But you need to get the flags. You need to look at this over here. You need to look at what's happening with the tick. So you want to be ticking him down in A. Yeah, this can happen. You can still win from here usually. But if you reversed it now, started ticking him down by a single tick, and then in B you started pushing more and getting on to double tick, you can still win it from there. Like, tank's going up here, it's got no vision down the road though, so I would usually put some kind of recon infantry, a sniper here. You could spot things in the buildings too and shoot them. You're going to be wearing a machine gun, but you're finally getting into that. Ah, here's your planes. What are we going for here? Right, this is good. This is exactly what you want to do. Unfortunately, you've lost vision, or he's moved the tank, so you've not hit any tank there. This is good. So you're doing this in case there was AA. Very nice. I think you've got these on auto evacuation, I believe, which is a Winchester. You can change that in options. I mention that because the IAR bomber that you had is also decent as a fighter, so if you left him on the field with this BF-109, combined, they stand a better chance against this fighter. Otherwise, that's going to happen. This is a better BF-109. So that's good, that's what you want to do, attack from different angles. But I turn off the auto Winchester. Generally, if you press shift, attack the position, and then move, and then holding shift just to move order further out somewhere away from any AA that you know is there, and then evacuate if you need to. But yeah, stacking orders for planes, I just do it without thinking now. And sometimes you make mistakes. I did in the last video I made. I had 2 planes selected and evacuated both instead of one of them, unfortunately. Alright, so you've lost out to the Stug here, I believe. Oh no, you've moved up the tank to here. But you've lost his flag. It's not worth moving this out here and losing his flag. You don't want to lose the flag. He's double ticking you again. So keep your eye on this. Also, you want to throw any unit, just even if you drop something all the way back here, it would cover this. Yeah, I'd always look at it, if I'm looking at it from your point of view here, in this situation, my concerns, obviously, here. So I want to be bringing in attacker mate. It's too slow. This is going to take forever to get there. You want to move something in as fast as possible into here, some flame units, move up, push through, bring in more infantry, recon, have a scout out what's going around here, bring in attack arm, see if you can pop any armor if you need to. Moving units up through here, taking this building, which is, it should be yours anyway. This can't see anything from here, because this is something which is annoying in the game, because the vision is from ground level, so he probably can see a little bit more. But I wouldn't advise having this in the open like that. Maybe back it off a bit into the forest, so if you get shot a bit more you can reverse, because this is not going to fare well against a Stug or something. Here again, you got no vision about what's going on over here. You can't see anything in this area. So a machine gun here, recon here. Are these moving? Nope. Where else? Oh my god. That fan's making a weird noise. I think it needs cleaning. Yeah, and you've got this area, you've got a nice presence here, so you want to be dropping, you can see there's something in here probably, because of the way it's bulging, or probably around here. But yeah, I think there's only, let's have a look, I think there's just one unit. This is something you need to learn as well, be aware of. Oh yeah, so you got one in here. Because if you get to read, from a point of view where you can't see anything, you get to read where units are, because you might be thinking, like I used to when I was playing Skates, oh my god, there's units here. There's not, it's just that you've got nothing there at all. It's all the way back here, but it's pushing its influence all the way out here. Because there's a bit of a bulge here, I can see there's something in this area. So you're going to be wary of that, drop some units in here, clear it out the forest, and you can get this flag. Also, there's another problem with what you have here. Are you bringing it out now, but for some reason round here? That's too far back. You want to put this up here, behind this line, to protect your tanks from these kind of planes, anti-tank planes. Let's watch this more from your point of view. Yeah, these are too far back as well. Want to move these up into the buildings. You can pretty much guarantee there's nothing, there's absolutely nothing in this forest or in these buildings because of the way the line is shifted. So you're free to move up in here and get eyes on what's going on. Possibly think about assaulting across here with a bit of smoke in this area and taking this town if you can. Alright, so you finally move this up into here, but you forgot about that. And yeah, you don't, the tank's out in the open here, not good. This, attacking that's not going to work. He's going to get blown to pieces before he gets there. Also, you change your mind there. This would be, yes, that would be a better move. But again, I'd attack move it through would be a better idea. Bring out a bomber, mortar to take care of this. You have a mortar here. I would be shooting at this straight away. Now, don't worry if you lose some tanks like that. It happens. Here again, you've got a move order, attack move. There's no harm in doing attack moves. There could be something you need to keep in mind. Oh my god, that's loud, isn't it? Let's turn it down a bit. Turn that bloody music off as well. Yeah, what I was just saying here is like you don't want to be just moving through a forest. You want to be attack moving, because he could quite easily have, I don't think he does have in this case, he hasn't. He could have recon infantry in here, and what will happen is you will bump into his recon and you will just walk through past them whilst they fire at you and murder you. And because you're moving, your aim's going to be bad. Your defensive capabilities are much worse than when you're stationary. So unless you're on fallback mode, then you're in big trouble, and you're just going to use units for nothing. No, lose units for nothing. Again, another mistake here. I do this all the time as well. You just probe and throw them in. You forget about looking where they are. Luckily, get away with that there briefly. All right, good. That's not too bad. All right, so you were trying to get the tank there. Well, yeah, you're lucky that this is working, because generally you bring out one of them on their own, they get shot out the sky, or they bring out a plane to get you. But he's moving his AA in quite slowly. But in this position, I'd be very calm and relaxed and just chilling out by now. Because he's practically got the game in the bag. You need to be double ticking him now. You're in phase B. But never mind about that. Like you were saying, you just completely wing this, like you said to me in the comments before. In the comments on Discord. What else can we say about what's going on here? Yeah, again, you should realise here you unloaded these far too early. This is something else. If you're coming up to here, you can see it's going back. Just push forward more and keep your eye on it, because there could be, to be fair, there could be some kind of recon or AT weapon in here that would kill your thing in the transports. This stir's going to do no good over here. Again, you need a move order, not fast move. That's not going to help anyone. A good place for a stir might be to back up this Tacum. If you're going to go and assault in this town, because you usually have machine guns or bazooka squads in here to stop anything. Also in here. Still no movement here. You really should have moved up by now. Because you have an issue. If you can't see, you bring anything in down this road now, this is going to... Oh, it's not. If this was moved out a bit more, maybe... Oh, you have to move into the open. He could shoot anything down that road. You might lose this now. Oh, it's like you can hear me all of a sudden. Yeah, I think this is going to be deleted. I have a horrible feeling, yeah, this is going to go as well, isn't it? Then again, if you spot this quick enough, manage to bounce a shot, get the machine gun in a bit, get the stir to fire, you might be lucky and kill this AT gun. Let's see. Machine gun, bounce. Stir's not in range yet. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to work out for you. Again, you've got it on move order. Attack move, it will stop and fire if you can see it. It's just going to get deleted itself now, I think. So armor's not great on the stir. Oh, actually it's okay. I'm thinking of something completely different. I think I'm thinking of the stuck free. Alright, so you got the flag here finally. Yeah, this Return fire only? Yeah, you've pressed the Z key there. Well, it's Z on my bindings anyway. Yeah, you want to retreat this one back. You want to keep your leaders behind other infantry, not fight with them on their own. Like here, that's a dangerous place to put your leader. Place it back here. You can upvet the tanks from this area. You're just driving them to the open like this, you're asking for trouble. I would expect there to be AT guns in here, or tanks lurking around. AT guns in here especially, as you can see. Still there, the same one. And it's probably going to kill you again. This is where you make use of your mortars. You're bringing out... supply? I don't know what you're meant to be supplying here. This is already full. You just forgot to shoot with it. You don't want to be shooting against AT guns with a tank like this. It looks like you might be lucky here. Then again, it's a Pack 30. Yeah, that's gonna wreck you. Wow, that was incredibly lucky. You should realise that. That is incredibly, incredibly lucky. I don't know how you managed to do that. Yeah, because the armour on this is really slight. Yeah, 75mm frontal armour. The HE is not that reliable for taking out AT guns like that, but my god, you were really lucky there. Really lucky. Alright, again, this is something you need to pay attention to. 100-meter range for the submachine guns. Look where you are. You're running across the open field and getting shot at. You're going to die. What you can make use of is the smoke. So, assault pioneers, be on my key, I think it's the same for everyone else. You smoke, hold shift, and smoke again, and march across, back up with mod infantry with some rifles, and then you can get into this forest. Walking across the open with flamer, any kind of flamer unit is just bad news. If you find yourself stuck in a situation like that, then drop your smoke, try and get some support in, maybe a plane to come in and bomb. Yeah, the only situation in which I would do something like that is if I'd just off-mapped this entire area, then I would probably just walk them out across there as quickly as possible. But I would be wary. I'm trying to think, what are the major points? Yeah, tips for new players playing 1v1. Something that I still do now, and you can get a lot of fun out of it. You can find out some new things about your divisions and what they can do, is put just small defenses. Like say I wanted to attack this area, maybe put like a flamer in here, machine gun, one squad of infantry, maybe throw in a flamer up here, and yeah, put an AT gun maybe in here, a unit or two in here, and then put everything into attacking over this area. So maybe drop off a couple of mortars here, back up some of your troops here, throw in smoke in both areas, and just rush in and unload, because you're going to overwhelm them. If you've got very few points elsewhere, you can use all your points into one area. It's risky to do, but I would try doing it as a new player, maybe just on this area or just on this area. This would be probably the better one. You can sweep in, take over this, and remember to bring in your first tick, if it goes successfully, to bring in an AT gun and try and pop it out on the hill here, or some AA in this area, or here. But yeah, it's worth trying. Again, this is a big problem. You've got units here doing nothing. That can't see anything from here. You need to put the AA not behind trees. So you want to put it out here. It needs to be able to see. If you got it right behind the trees, it's only going to fire at something when it flies past it over in this area or directly above it. So in here, better, much better. Here, perfect, but you can get shot at from other areas, so you might have Good presence on the sky, but not much else. Also, something people talk about, combined arms. So you want to have your infantry ahead of your tanks, generally speaking. Something you've not been doing here. You just keep on driving out these tanks, but there's no infantry backup. So if you like, maybe if you want to do something a bit crazy, this mortar you've not used at all, I believe. No, not used it. Or maybe 2 shells or something. If you really wanted to assault this area, and you want to take this part, then lay smoke. Lay smoke maybe across here and a little bit behind too. Try and cover this area because you know there's a gun in there or something. And then unload, try and unload in this building, in the smoke. If you've got some Shrek squads, then you can take out these. The rest can just rush in and take over that. But it's a big investment. Yeah, if you've lost a TACAM there, bringing out another TACAM is probably not the best thing to do. Oh no, you've moved up to the hill, sorry, but you... This might get shot. Oh no, oh it's just... Yeah, if this gun was slightly more forward, I think you'd be able to... You'd be taking everything out on this road. The Stir survived there, luckily. And here's a key mistake. Never, 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 never put your leader in the front. You want to be behind, and you want to be assaulting this area this late in the game with 1 infantry squad, because he's going to have more in there. The bare minimum I would attack with at any point anywhere would be 2, and that's only if I knew it was particularly weak. But generally want 3 or 4 to go in. Again, depending on the quality of the squads as well. Other tips, let's look at what he's got in here. So this is almost like a perfect combination. Almost. So you've got your Panzer Grenadiers. Oh my god, Steve. Excuse me. So yeah, all round great squads for fighting. Got 2 MG42s. Pioneer in here. HE grenades, they will wipe out a unit in the forest. And you got your legionaries, the close quarters combat. They've got AT weaponry as well, and the Molotovs. So basically those are the 3 things you want. The only thing I would say is missing here is the flamers. And the reason flames are good is because if someone has got pioneers in the forest and you come up against them, you want to have flamers with you. Because your flamers they'll make the pioneers, well, let's stop them from throwing their throwing their grenades, or delay them from throwing their grenades, in which case the rest of your units, say if you had like grenadiers in there, they can shoot them up and suppress them so that it stops them from throwing anything. So always keep that in mind when you're attacking anywhere. Like even in this area, so if I was going across here, yeah, these squads, yeah, good. If you had a couple of these, maybe a flamethrower and a pioneer squad, backed up by your leader, and you can use your pioneer. If you're being attacked like this from 2 different positions, you can put out your pioneer here, get it to lay some smoke across here, whilst the rest of your units march in here, shooting up over here, and then get your flaming unit across here. That's something you need to think about when you're making any kind of attack. You don't want to play defensively in this game, I would say, because if you go there waiting for the opponent to attack you, excuse me, then they're just going to build up their forces and decide to absolutely hammer you in one position. It's not a good idea to do, and it can turn a game into a lot of a stalemate, especially if you're playing the incomes you're playing over here. It's because you need to be taking advantage of your income. I'll just let it play whilst I ramble on a bit. What else can I say? Yeah, always use the C key as much as you can. Yeah, the thing that you did really well was the planes, because you bought 3 planes and then brought them in all at once. That's good. A lot of this game is forward thinking. Alright, so you're going to lose out. Yeah, that's unfortunate, because I would expect there to be maybe just a flamer in here or something, and this would probably don't be on its own, but not like that. A Legionnaire and a Pioneer, that's a very strong position. Yeah, the Stir, he should be as far back as he can be for his 2k range for his HE rounds. You don't want to be bothering with the heat. And a good idea to have is, like if you had these studs, back it up with a Stir, then when the AT guns fire, the Stir will shoot and kill the AT gun for you. Maybe not quick enough, but if you've got 2 or 3 tanks, it might lose a tank. But the point of this income is you can throw away a few things, a few points, in order to gain ground. That's the payoff for it. Yeah, this is an appalling mistake. You don't want to be doing this. Just any unit here, even in here, could hold this flag. Boy, I'm not sure how familiar you are with the maps. That is a big problem. But all I can say is, like I was saying, just try to do some crazy things, do some mad assaults. Always pay attention to where the flags are at start. First thing I usually do is I set out my fast units, my flamers, my machine gun units, and get them straight out to where the flags are to make sure I can hold them, to stop my opponent advancing, and then to pay attention to key areas of the map. Like in here, this forest is really important, and this forest from this side. Even though there's no flags like here and here, you want a presence in there, because often it's difficult to contend over this area. If he gets units up into here, they can shoot down, into here they can shoot into the town, into this little farmstead, sorry. Same here, he usually has AT guns covering the road, everyone does that, so you can't reinforce down here. So you want backup units in here to come through if you lose something. So this is an important area. And like here, you need this so you can contend for this flag. Yeah, in his situation, I'll be sneaking in AT weaponry around here, bring them out. Maybe even all the way across to here to snipe anything coming in. Or maybe not to this road, that would be a bad road to go to here, but onto here. Get to snipe a tank or some AT rifles. Because the recon and the AT infantry will not push the line, so you want to take advantage. Yeah, you can unload these much higher up than this. Here. Yeah, this is pointless. The commander's not going to do you any good here. Commander, if you want to place that somewhere, you want to place it near to the AA. I wouldn't put it directly in influence of the AA, but I would have a leader which is buffed, which is carrying the buff of the command unit. Put that in the vicinity of the AA to buff it up, because generally speaking, people are going to be putting RT on your AA, and if you got your commander in the area, there's a good chance it will get blown up. So you just want to link it instead via the yellow web of linkage, which is, yeah, you can see here he's not, you need to be within this range. So you put another leader in here, maybe you put a leader here, that would be good. Or if you had infantry in this area and then put a leader here, they could link up, you have a nice command line there. Yeah, he's literally got so much on the map now. he's just waiting for you to lose. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I think he's probably just being a bit kind. He's probably thinking, this guy's new, I'll let him play his game a bit. Oops. And generally speaking, with the command unit, if you can get their infantry, it's much better. Because this can get one-shotted. Infantry it's just more durable. If you drop a bomb on the infantry, the chance of you killing all of it is fairly slim, especially with off-map. But one bomb on target, one mortar on target on something like this, it's going to die. It's weak. Yeah, it's weak at the top as well. A mortar hits this, it's out of the game. And it's a lot of points. I'm trying to think what else I can say here for you. Yeah, overall it's not... A lot of what you're doing isn't terrible. Yeah, this is much better here. A combination of units. You've got pioneers in here, grenadier as well, but the issue is you're splitting them up. You want the pioneer grenadier to go in here. You don't want to go over here. The flag is here, so you want to be going for the flags. Not for, oh, I think there's something in there, let's go and kill it. Get the flags. You already know it's not an AT weapon, or it would have probably taken this out by now. He's going to die in here now. If the pioneer was with him, then they would have taken out the squad for sure. And I think you've got it on, if you got it on, oh, here we go again. Move order. You're going to walk past him, he's going to shoot you. These are disarmed some unit, and you should be able to kill them instantly. You did manage to get there, but you really don't want to be doing that. I think the only reason you did that so quickly is you stopped moving because you moved into this area. Attack move. If you're attacking, attack move. Or fast attack move if it's a vehicle. Do not, absolutely do not just use the move order. Yeah, the only situation where we would use a move order or fast move, like, oh, what's the time like? Oh, we've got 4 minutes, alright. If, let's say for instance, I off-map these and they were all suppressed, then if I had some infantry in here, I would absolutely move them out, just get them to walk right out across. They would still keep firing at them, but they would surrender the units. Or fast move a vehicle through to surrender the units. That is the only time I would do it. If you want to run away, then yeah, fall back. Which is W on my key binding, but it won't be on yours. Everyone's got WASD on theirs. I've not, because I used to play on a broken keyboard, so I had to shift all the keys around. I got so used to it, I decided to just leave it. Turned out better actually. I kind of like them. I've got E, S, D and G, and I use F for fast move when I need to. Q for fast attack, A for attack. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't recommend changing it, just stick to what you're used to. Yeah, another issue here, small issue at this point in the game. Yeah, you just got a lot of armor here, but you need some infantry in. Yeah, he's finally going to put you out your misery by the looks of it, and just maybe come in and capture spawn. Yeah, Ponky, he's a player who kind of, from my experience, they seem to know what they're doing to a reasonable degree. I'm not sure how experienced they are, what ranking they are, but I played, like I was saying before, I played the 20th Panzergren against them on this map, and they were DFL. They were balanced and I was V for Victory. But it was fun. I felt reasonably confident I could have won that game if I had not used elephants, but I really wanted to use the elephants. And this is not an ideal map for 20th Pegram. But yeah, maybe he's roundabout, maybe a bit roundabout my level, maybe quite a bit lower, I'm not too sure to be honest. I might have played them more than once, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is too late. You should be surrendering. But actually, let's make that point now. I may as well just let it play out. This is finished. Yeah, as a new player, don't surrender. If you're getting beat all the time, just do some crazy things. Think, okay, I've lost this game, so let me try out something different. I'll bring out a couple of mortars. I'll smog this area, see if I can rush in some units here. How far can I get them through? What kind of defenses does he have there? Just check these things out. Yeah, at that point, if you tried anything anywhere on that map, then you would have been annihilated because he had way more than you. Alright. I don't think there's much point in looking at this. Yeah, he's killed you pretty good. Can I see his? No. I can see yours. You've not played any rank multiplayer. Alright, so you've barely played any games. Alright, well, considering you don't know how to play the game and you were just winging it, like you said, you seem competent. Because I was certainly, like, I remember my first game, I just probably did something like you. I just went out there and I just tried to see what's going on. But generally, when I started playing, I just played against the AI. I played against medium AI, then once I could beat that, like every time, I was like, okay, I can beat this. Then move on to, it goes up to hard, very hard, I think, isn't it? Yeah, once you can beat hard practically every time, then you're okay. But if I'd still keep playing against other human players as well. It doesn't hurt. But anyway, I'll upload this now. If you want to make any comments, have any questions, then please ask. But I'm not the best player by any means. But yeah, ask questions on bootcamp. People help out. You should be able to find some players on there who are roughly in your experience level. Probably quite a lot of them are better than you, even though they're noobs as well. But you've literally played like 1 or 2 games. Alright, so I hope that was useful. And I'm going to go away now. Bye bye.